Hello, my lovely people. Welcome to God's Loves You channel, the home of news. If it is your first time of stopping by or coming across this wonderful platform and you like what we are doing, kindly subscribe. Put on your notification bell to all notifications. This will enable you to know when we upload a new video here. We react to all forms of videos, local, international, especially what is happening in Nigeria. You are free to drop your opinion after listening or watching the video together with us. But let us do it always constructively. And if you like this platform, if you like what you are watching here, kindly subscribe. Put on your notification bell to all notifications. This will cost you absolutely nothing. It will add a great value to me and you will be much appreciated. Thank you so much.
Of Edo State have accused the Igbos of trying to play politics, infiltrating the ancestral lands of their forefathers. Now, we know that the Oba of Benin suspended the Enogie of Igbanke land. And because of that suspension, some of the chiefs were angry and they decided to change the title Enogie from Enogie to Eze. They believe that they are an autonomous community, that the Oba of Benin have no right to suspend the chief or the king of an autonomous community. So the name Eze is Igbo. And it is now believed that whatever that happened in that community, changing from Enogie, which is likely a Benin word or a Benin nomenclature, to Eze, which is Igbo, they have said it is the work of IPOB. Expansionism. IPOB is trying to take their lands. These are the accusations. You know, one thing I like about this is that the history is there for us to look at. These are not even the issues we need to start talking about now. We know what happened during the military regime. We know what happened with the Midwest. Amrutala giving states, taking some communities, put in other communities. For instance, in Shekiri, are aligning with the Yorubas. Yorubas are in Kogi State. Yorubas are in Benin Republic. So it is the Oba of Benin and the Ohanese and Co. and the traditional institutions that will settle that. That does not have anything to do with you coming on social media to fight. If a community is saying that we want to align with so, then so be it. If somebody doesn't want to, that's why I said, if you are an Igbo person and you don't want to become an Igbo person, so be it. If you are not an Igbo person and you want to identify as an Igbo person, this is the 21st century. Me, I don't see any expansionism. Okay, let's look at the history. The Igbanke people of Edo State likely originate from the Ika Igbo subgroup, with some villages like Oligie claiming Benin ancestry, sparking identity debates. They speak the Ika language, an Igbo-like dialect with Benin, Yoruba, and Oredo influences. Their culture features Igbo traditions like the Ngobu New Yam Festival, Agbara music, and hospitality with greetings like Alwa. However, Benin dominance in Edo State affects their titles and practices, creating cultural tensions. So this is a brief preamble of the history of the Igbanke people. We have some Igbo communities in Kogi State, Igbo communities in Delta State. And if these people say that we want to align with the Igbo people, because you know that the hatred in Nigeria is too much. We hate ourselves. We forget that we are human beings first before any other thing. We just hate ourselves. We just want to eliminate ourselves. There's no love amongst ourselves. I've seen so many people talk about this. I didn't want to do any broadcast on this particular topic because it is very, very dicey. You see, when they talk about history, people tell history that suits them. That's why anything oral history, me, I know they really believe I'm passed from one generation to another. You know, when somebody is talking a story, he will also infuse some things that will suit his sentiment. So whatever it is, this is the 21st century. If some people say, okay, we want to be part of a community, come together to say, we want to be part of a certain people, so be it. If they say no, nobody's going to force anybody. But for people to come on social media and start fighting and start doing a lot of things, Because of that, Rema is Igbo. If Rema come out tomorrow and say he doesn't identify as Igbo, will you force him? If a Yoruba man comes that have lived in Anambra, comes out to say that he doesn't want to identify as Yoruba again, he wants to identify as Igbo. Our politicians go to Igbo land to collect title that belongs to an Igbo man. They are identifying with another culture. So why the force? Why the fight about? If you have this thing at the back of your mind that the Igbos want to expand their territory, want to take over our land. I saw somebody, because of what these people did, this community did, he said P2B, obedient party, they are using any sport in P2B. P2B that they even identify with Biafra. What his people really want. Any sport thing, they will say Igbos are using that to wanting to enter their community. You see, the Oba of Benin will settle this issue. I'm telling you, the Ohanese and the chiefs involved, they will have to settle that issue. We don't want any clash amongst communities. If this community is an autonomous community, then let them be. If you are infringing on their rights, that means you are calling for, this is like calling for war. It's just like that. When they say autonomous, for instance, we have Ghana as a country. We have Nigeria as a country. Two sovereign countries. Nigeria wants to start imposing a treaty on Ghana. Why? They go fight war now. They go fight war. I've seen people come out to do a lot of history explanations. And nobody is denying the fact that the Igbanke people have a connection with the Igbos. Look at what is being read here. They speak the Ika language and Igbo-like dialect. The Ika people in Delta State also, they are affiliated with the Igbo people. You see what I'm saying? Many people might not like it because sentiment won't kill us for this country. Okay, carry it on your head. Would that make your life better? Sentiment won't kill people for this country. Expansionism, Igbo expansionism, this and that. The community, the autonomous community, they have elders, they have kings. They said that the Oba of Benin do not have right. There are some communities in Benin that don't even recognize the Oba. Let's put that aside. The Oba of Benin don't have right to suspend an autonomous king. But they will do so. And because of this, they feel insulted or whatever it is. So this is not our discussion. What we need to discuss now is how we are going to come together as a people and make sure we protect what belongs to us as a people. I don't know whether you know what belongs to us as a people, whether you know. Let us come together. The people that brought all these issues, these are the leaders. The military people had been in their autonomous community. You create states, use that state to join this one, join that one, cause confusion because you don't want the Biafra war to repeat itself again. Go on and co, all of you, Abacha and co, you create states, you do this one, you lump to. Now, if you are saying Southwest is different from Yoruba land. Yes. Igbo land is different from the Southeast because of what these military guys did in the past. And some Yoruba don't know are coming out to say that they are putting fire. Well, it's all banter. I believe all these things will be settled at the end of the day. Nnamdi Azikiwe. Let me read this about Nnamdi Azikiwe. Yes, there are historical and cultural connections between Igbo and Benin. Eze Chima, a Benin noble, migrated in the 16th century and founded Onitsha. Eze Chima, a Benin noble, migrated in the 16th century and founded Onitsha, a major Igbo city. The Benin Kingdom also ruled over some Western Igbo communities. Showing political ties culturally, Onitsha's monarchy and titles like Iyasele mirrors Benin's Iyashere. While some theories suggest other Igbo origins, the Benin link is well documented. There's a link, especially for Onitsha. The Benin bronzes may even depict Igbo interactions hinting at their shared history. We have two, Bini and Igbo. Culturally, there is a connection. Documented. There's an interaction culturally. And when you look at this interaction, there's Igbo, there's Bini. There's Igbo, there's Bini. So, because of the interaction, some people decided, okay, let's accept this part of your culture. Let's accept it. They accepted it. Everybody was fine. So it got to a point whereby there's friction, there's disagreement. And somebody say, okay, I want you to identify as this. And you are bringing a propaganda saying that it is IPOB that is doing what? Any small thing you call IPOB, any small thing you call this that is doing what? Or when they say IPOB, they represent it with Igbo. The Igbos are the ones doing that. Me, as an Igbo boy, I don't see any expansionism from anywhere. I just see what these guys are doing is that they are trying to identify with communities. Communities that have Igbo roots. That's what they are trying to do. Some people, you can never say some people know that they are not Igbos. They don't have any connection. Of course, they don't have any connection. You know, the whole of Edo State, we know that there are people there that do not recognize the Oba of Benin in Edo State. Of course, there are people there that do not recognize the Oba of Benin. They call themselves autonomous community. If they identify, so be it. We are running a democracy. You might not be able to force people. It's all going to be settled in the palaces of the two. That is not what we need to bring out. Don't let them start using all these things to destabilize us and change our focus from what is most important. What is most important is how we can bring dividends of good governance to the people. You will see that some people, they cannot hold the government accountable. When it comes to such a thing like this, you see them, they are flexing their muscles. They don't have clean water. They don't have good roads. They don't have electricity. When it comes to something like this, you see them showing their muscle. You cannot fight for your right as a people under this current administration regime, this current system that you need to change. If this system is changed, everybody will identify where he or she comes from. And you cannot lord over other people. Of course. If a community in Onitsha say they are no more Igbo, nobody is going to force them. They will go to where they want to identify with. Okay, if Nigeria divides today, the Shekiri say they are not part of the Delta region. They want to join the Yorubas. They will go. In Kwara and Kogi, they will go. Those ones, Bini has influence in Yoruba land, has influence in Kogi, Bini has influence in Igbo land, Bini has influence in the North Central. In another news, Áttáck has come out to say that the coming political battle is not APC versus PDP or Labour Party versus APC. It is Nigerians versus Tinubu, an administration that has plunged the nation into untold suffering. The economy is in free fall. Inflation is choking the masses. Jobs are vanishing. Youth restiveness is surging to terrifying levels. Nigerians are not just tired, they are angry, and rightfully so. So this moment is about collective survival. Collective survival. The real enemy is not one another. Áttáck has come out to say, I told you last time that I was waiting for the response of this northern bloc. Saraki spoke, now Áttáck has come out to speak. He said the real enemy is not me and you. It is the Tinubu administration abysmal failure. We must reject every attempt to distract us with ethnic, regional, or religious sentiments. These are tools of manipulation designed to divide and conquer, used by those with nothing else to offer. The Tinubu administration has no achievement to stand on, no credible record to defend. Its only strategy is chaos and division, because that's the last refuge of the incompetent. And make no mistake, an incompetent captain does not only wreck his ship, he endangers the lives of everyone on board. Let's look at reactions. Somebody says, PDP is dead, join the obedient movement, we don't betray and we respect our own. Once you are doing the right thing, if you fall out of hand, you go collect. Dear Uncle Atiku, we need your elderly advice in our movement. So it is believed that the PDP has crashed. But some people are coming together to put back the pieces of this PDP. Saraki from North Central has come out to say that whatever happens, let them go. We are going to build PDP. Atiku have come out to say that whatever happens, our enemy is not PDP. Our enemy is the Tinubu administration. So I stand gidigam for PDP. Atiku is being advised to shelve his presidential ambition for a southern candidate. Shelve your presidential ambition for a southern candidate. That is where we can agree with you that you really want the best for Nigerians. But like this talk where they hear, so I don't think Atiku is ready to back down. This guy still wants to become president. I like what he has said about the Tinubu administration. My own is that Tinubu should restructure Nigeria. I've said it. When it comes to politics, he's a very good player. He's like Saka or he's like Messi when it comes to politics. When it comes to good governance, he's like that Man U defender. What's that his name? That floppy defender. When it comes to good governance, he's out of it. He said, the Tinubu administration has no achievement to stand on, no credible record to defend. Its only strategy is chaos and division, because that's the last refuge of the incompetent. And make no mistake, an incompetent captain does not only wreck his ship, he endangers the lives of everyone on board. You see, the real enemy, I know I'm repeating this for posterity's sake, the real enemy is not one another, it is the Tinubu administration. Abysmal failure. We must reject every attempt to distract us with ethnic, regional, or religious sentiments. What he's saying is that Tinubu's administration uses division to win elections, to gain ground. And it is clear, very clear. But my point is that who is the person saying all this? That's my point. Atiku. The reasons why you see a PDP is where it is today is because of some people believe that you need to shelve that presidential ambition and support a southern candidate. We believe so. You are a Fulani. We understand where you're coming from. Saraki, you and Saraki left the party when the ovation was high under Jonathan. You abandoned the party and went somewhere else. You are coming now to preach to Nigerians. These people don't understand that opposition is dead under Tinubu's administration. The only opposition that I can believe, the only coalition, let me say coalition, the only coalition I believe is a Goodluck Jonathan coalition. But Goodluck Jonathan cannot contest again. Two people that can deal with Tinubu, Buhari can galvanize notes in northern Nigeria, however, can galvanize notes. They said anybody that rig election in northern Nigeria will never go home the same way. Buhari can galvanize those ruffians. There's another person which is a Jonathan. But Jonathan cannot come back and contest the amended bill. He cannot come back and contest. If you have been sworn in twice, you know if you come back. That's where I'm in now for this Yaradua, and they swore him in the second time he won the election. That's the only person. But as it is, these people should align with the people. What do the people want? What do the people expect from any coalition that is going to unseat Tinubu? Electoral reforms. Electoral reforms. Electoral reforms. Whatever you do, you don't do electoral reforms, my brother, you are out of it. You are out of it. And Southern presidency, that's what people want. Electoral reforms, Southern presidency, that is what the people want. If you think that the North still has what it takes to win the elections without the concept of Southern Nigeria that Tinubu has captured, so I'm building his coalition, then you be my guest. You can still run the package. But I don't believe that with the current construct from Southern Nigeria, we have said any coalition that does not bring a Southern candidate will not stand the test of time. We have said that over and over again. We will continue to say that and say that to the high heavens. Any coalition that does not bring a Southern president will not stand the test of time. Because I suspect whatever these our brothers are doing from the PDP or whoever, Northern coalition, Elfa and Co., they still want to bring a Northerner. P2B is there. See, let's just look at what is going to happen, what's going to play out. By the end of this year, when I look at the moves and movements of these people, of the coalition, I will now know, I'll be sure if they can be able to give Tinubu a run for his money. When I see what they do, when I see some of the moves they make, the alignments they make, do not say they are going to give, in the next 6 months, they are going to come out with their position on this Tinubu's administration. Yes, the Arewa North, I've said it. If they not come with their position and they support a Southern candidate, it's going to be in their better interest. Let them come together and support a candidate so that this 2027 will be very, very interesting. Very interesting. Whatever happens around the corridor of power, me, I've said it, my own is that Tinubu should restructure Nigeria now that he has time. There's no time there's no time. I know that his first interest is his 8 years. His second interest is his political empire. He wants to build political empire across Nigeria. Second interest. His third interest is to settle down at Lekki Free Trade Zone as one of the biggest landlords in Africa and retire there. But it's not going to be good for his people. If you put the Yorubas on this pedestal and you don't restructure Nigeria, man, it's going to be so bad. So bad. If you put the Yorubas on this pedestal and you don't restructure Nigeria, my brother, it's going to be so bad. So you have the ample opportunity to come out and make sure that he is able to restructure the country. He has the time. Because if this Fulani enter, I've told you, if this Fulani enter, my brother, or you might be your name at the end of the day. Maybe after 8 years, they will agree. They can be patient now. The people can be patient. They will sit down and wait. If they lose 2027 elections, they will wait patiently. When they enter, God, when they enter,